Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to our Investor Quest presentations for today. What we have is a group of projects, individuals who are going to present their projects to our preeminent angel investors. Andrew Appleyard, Head of UK Specialist Property Funds from Aviva Investors. Okay, the next person is Hamish MacDonald. Come on down, Hamish. Hamish is Head of Acquisitions at MGPA, a private equity real estate investment advisory company which manages 10 billion assets throughout UK, Europe and Asia. Next is Bernard Fang, Managing Director of Head of Investments Europe at GIC Real Estate. Robert Wilson, Director of Resolution Property. Our first project is Michael Ingle, Chief Executive at Allied London. He will be presenting the Spinfields project in Manchester, one of Europe's largest mixed use urban regeneration scheme. An acting director of city developments, the Leeds City Council. They're going to be presenting their Sovereign Street Leeds project. It's a major opportunity in a fast developing area of UK's largest financial and business services centre outside of London for the City of Leeds. Okay, next is Clive Dutton, Executive Director of Generation Planning and Property for London Borough of Newham. Clive's going to be presenting the Royal Docks of London project, 500 acres of stunning prime waterside real estate in the heart of London's regeneration priority zone for the next 25 years. So quite a large, substantial scheme. Okay, we have Julian Barwick, Director of Development Securities at Hammersmith Grove W8. This, we believe, will surely become a place for occupiers in West London. So shall we kick off with the first one, Michael?
I've been in charge of Allied London since 2000. Average capital employed in that time, 65 million. Profits, 200, and they're actually realised and cashed. I'd like to just show you a very short film of Spinfields.
Where the work-life balance is nurtured and respected, from coffee with a smile to walking with style, where our pride in service is always promoted, never neglected. Meet me there.
Gentlemen, that is one of the most successful urban regeneration projects in Europe, with a total value created of £1.2 billion. What is on offer inside that scheme are 48 restaurants, shops, and that is all managed by the Spinfields management company, a company which I own 100% of. The management company has a 5-year contract to actually manage the whole estate, and 3 of the buildings are within it, and currently makes a profit of £350,000 per annum. The proposition, 25 to 26 million of assets, equity needed between 10 and 11. And a management company that I value at £3.5 million. I will actually sell 25% of that for £1 million. Thank you.
And Martin Farrington's going to make that presentation.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Martin Farrington. I'm the Acting Director of City Development in Leeds. This is what I'm offering, and I think we're perhaps unique on this stage because the investment opportunity is with a local authority, the lead agency in a very dynamic city. It's a sovereign investment opportunity at Sovereign Street, Leeds. We're looking for an investment of €30 million. We're offering a developer's return of 17.5%, developer stake of 85%, with a joint venture with the local authority that would be predicated on and high-quality green space is at the heart of what I'm going to talk to you about over the next 2 minutes. Sovereign Street, Leeds, 1.16 hectares, right at the heart of the city's central business district, entirely owned by Leeds City Council. Net internal area of 9,300 square metres, a gross development value of €35 million, gross development cost of €26 million, our residual land value at £3.8 million, gross rental income of 2.625, and an investment yield of 6.25%. So the ingredients are Leeds City Council, KPMG is a top 4 management consultancy on the site, new entrance from the southern access to Leeds City Station, right at the heart of the Leeds Central Business District, and high quality green space, creating real vitality for this development opportunity. And finally, Raymond Blanc, with his restaurant on the site. Now, Raymond is the master chef and he uses top quality ingredients on his development. I'm offering you the opportunity to be the master chef on this development opportunity. Thank you.
We're looking at Hammersmith Grove here.
Very briefly, the investment proposition, I need £50 million, all equity, no debt. And this will allow you to acquire 100% control of one of London's most exciting development schemes. Pull the lever, build the building. If one cherry turns up, we'll get some modest rental growth. We'll exceed pro forma, but it won't be an outstanding outcome. But there's a very good chance that Hammersmith will outperform the rest of West London. It has lagged so far behind the West End. We call this the two cherries outcome. And finally, the home run. It may be irrational, but with a recent history of rental growth, investors will flock to this very limited market, driving yields down to West End levels when we come to sell the building together.
Clive Dutton, Executive Director of Regeneration Planning and Property, who's going to present to us the London Borough of Newham.
The opportunity that I'm going to present to you will be seen by 5 billion people a day over the summer months of 2012, because that is the place within the host borough for the 2012 Olympics. It's within an area that London can only grow substantially, which is growing east, and a little asterisk there shows that within the Thames corridor. In fact, 10 million people a day see this through primetime TV at 7:59 every weekday evening. The Royal Docks, which is shown there at the foot of that slide in Newham. In terms of investment, I think it will be important in terms of the workforce here. It will be young and it will be diverse, drawn from the local area, and it will benefit from the connectivity across East London, which has been enhanced for the 2012 Olympics. Which gets even better because by 2017, within the Royal Docks, there will be a Crossrail station which will connect to Heathrow. You'll be able to get there in 30 minutes. Also within this area, post-Olympics, there will be connectivity into international high-speed rail. And this is a national project, prime ministerial status, as has happened previously, as you've seen through the Isle of Dogs, the Greenwich Peninsula, currently the 2012 Olympics down at Stratford and in the Royal Docks. And over the next 20 years, the opportunities will avail themselves within Newham. The maroon area on this slide shows what we call an arc of opportunity, a development platform culminating in the site in the Royal Docks, which is actually presented here over the Manhattan Island. That would take you from Harlem down to Battery Park and a third the width. And the Royal Docks is shown there in terms of scale. And imagine that's so close to the heart of a global city, London. Boris Johnson has said that this area will be London's regeneration priority for the next 25 years, with a capacity for that kind of investment. Boris Johnson has also said this is going to be very special. It's going to be built out on sustainable principles. And being a little playful here, and I know it is sustainability in the desert, but probably emulating the things that are happening in the United Arab Emirates.
I thought the spinning fields, you've got in a very established location, mature scheme, which has been incredibly successful over the period of the last 10 years. The Sovereign Street Lead scheme, great potential, needs a pre-let, to my mind. Hammersmith Grove, again, great potential. I can see the undersupply issue here in terms of the western London suburbs. And the Royal Docks is a massive long-term project. And I think your return criteria has to be different for each project. So from my 4 very interesting projects, in terms of all could be sort of potential of interest, it's how you actually structure a transaction.
Okay, Andrew, what would be your favourite in that list?
I like Hammersmith Grove, and I actually like the Royal Docks on a long-term basis.
I'll start from, I guess, the other end, and I'll start with the Royal Docks, which I think is obviously an incredible regeneration area. We recently invested in Docklands, in South Docklands, and so we know that area well. I do think it will be fantastic for long-term investment. I think short-term question...
In your lifetime, Hamish, or beyond?
Well, maybe in my lifetime. I'm not sure about some others, but I think that I question first mover advantage, just with the Canary Wharf example. But otherwise, I think fantastic. Hammersmith Grove really do buy into the Central London rental growth story. My slight question mark is whether Hammersmith really will outperform, just because of the competition from other areas in Central London in terms of connectivity with the new Crossrail, etc. The Sovereign Street project, I think it's fantastic that the City Council is supporting the project. I think we need to see more of that. I think that you could potentially structure something interesting there. It's a difficult occupation market, as I understand it. So you've got to be careful. But if there was a deal that could be done now and capital invested later, then it could be quite interesting. And then with Spinningfields, I just think I know it, and I think it's a fantastic scheme, and they've done fantastically well. And having someone like Mike running your project up there would be super.
And which one are you kind of favouring at the moment, Hamish? How's the
I think Mike articulated very well how you could get short-term returns out of the project, and he'll be managing it hands-on. Little bit of question mark around how we might structure it and keep him involved, etc. But that one was really
good.
My thought.
Okay, Bernard.
I think they're, in some sense, quite different proposals. It's difficult to rank them as such. For me, though, I mean, I have to be honest. We would normally, for office, concentrate in the bigger cities, just because of a lack of knowledge, if you like, of the second cities or third-tier cities. So I probably, for that reason, would not venture beyond Manchester. Not that there is anything wrong with Leeds. The Royal Dock, I think we will certainly need to have a partner to do that. It's not something we can do in-house. And if there's a partner with an idea who come to us looking for financial partner, then we can look at the specific proposal. And I think based on what's been presented, which is obviously a bit unfair, quite frankly, to the...
Bernard, I'd like to be unfair because I'm trying to press you on this one. Pick one.
To give an unfair answer, I were to say that I would probably at the moment leaning towards Spinningfield, and maybe the Hammersmith one that would be my second choice.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, Robert, generally, are you starting to kind of get a feel of how you're going to be allocating the funds? Okay, Robert.
Well, the area that I would kind of focus on for all the projects is we look for places where there's limited supply and lots of demand, because as investors that usually means we can get growth.
You're quite aggressive, aren't you, Robert? You're quite into your return, aren't you?
And so, yeah, I guess so. From that perspective, you would say that my gut reaction would be that Hammersmith is the right time in the cycle, and there is certainly limited supply and pretty good demand in London for space.
Is that now your top pick, Hammersmith?
Well, actually, that having been said, the Spinningfield situation, and particularly...
Are you swaying
the very convincing case put across by Mike Ingle with very clear numbers, and the opportunity to get into a platform where we could do some more business together, I think is very appealing. So I think I might end up...
I'm trying to pin you down here, Robert. Which one are you swaying to?
I'm swaying towards towards Allied London.
Hammersmith.
No, that's Manchester with Allied London.
Ah, Manchester. Well done. Fantastic. So well done. Congratulations. Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you very much.